Yo, what is up, guys? Welcome back to another video, and today I'm here with something that, you guys have been wanting me to do, right? Not exactly this, type of video right here, but basically the type of thing to where, you guys want me to look at the lore or the story of Fate, Fate Grand Order, Fate in general, right? And I know, Lost Belt number 4 is not something that everyone wanted me to look at, just something that I wanted to. So, the next one that I look at after this, right, is basically, I guess, I'm gonna try and do like a community poll or whatever, right? And actually, I don't even know how I'm gonna do it, but basically ask you guys, right, what you want me to do next. I'll just put like a list of I guess, lost belts or whatever, right? It doesn't even have to be lost belts, right? It's just, the lost belts kind of interest me the most. But kind of have a poll for you guys to choose from, and basically, have me do this next or that next, right? And I'll just look at it, right? So for now I'm gonna be looking at this one right here. So the lost belt number 4. Let's see, Yuga. I don't know how to say this. Yuga. I just probably put it on the screen somewhere. Yuga. Cetra, I guess. I don't even know. Lost belt. And basically, watching Otaku Daikuns, right? Because that's what I looked at last time, and he's actually pretty good. I liked how he, explained it last time. And this video was about 50 minutes. So I'm gonna just try and do half and half again. So this video is gonna be 25, the one that I'm going to be uploading for part 1, and then after that, part 2 is gonna be 25 minutes as well, right? And I'll try and probably do part 2 tomorrow, actually. So just get part 1 and part 2 out the instant, basically, it comes out. But other than that, that's pretty much about it. So I'm gonna just start it up right here. And like I said, I'm gonna have that poll. And if you guys want to recommend anything in the comments down below for me to put in that poll, then I'll just add that as well, right? But that's pretty much about it. So I hope you guys will enjoy it. So make sure to leave a like and subscribe. And let's get this reaction started.
Brand new whip, got no keys. Tell them my clothes, no starch, please. Soon as you can go leave. Got M's in the bank like yes, indeed. Cartier glasses, I won't even peek at you. Yellow Ferrari like Pikachu. I got him waiting and watching what he gon' do. Tryna pee what I do, tryna steal my moves. 2500 for a new pair of tennis shoes, the same price.
Welcome back to Otaku Daikun. Dai
Okay.
here. Last time, we went over Fate Grand Order's Oku event because it serves as a prelude to today's topic, the 4th Lost Belt, Yuga Kshetra, Samsara,
Okay,
Genesis,
so
and Terminus,
Kshetra, he
the
said,
Indian
okay.
Lost Belt.
Yep, the
Rama,
Indian Lost
the Oku event's
Belt.
antagonist, managed to escape from this Lost Belt, but the same cannot be said for most of the other Indian deities. Let's start with Arjuna. We've
Okay,
already been
start with
introduced to
him.
him in the American singularity, but as a refresher, he's the central hero of the Indian epic poem Mahabharata. He's famous for being the rival of Karna, the hero of charity from the same story. This rivalry stems from a great war in the poem known as the Kurukshetra War, in which two opposing families, the Pandavas and Kauravas, fought in many bloody battles. In proper human history, Arjuna prevails in this war, defeating Karna through methods he later deems underhanded and dishonorable. He is able to move on from the conflict, devoting himself to peace and recompense. For this Lost Belt, however, Arjuna doesn't make it through the end of the war. He comes to see the fighting as senseless bloodshed, spurred by humanity's imperfections. As such, he seeks to bring about a perfect world rid of these flaws, and acts toward the rebirth of an ideal world. Honestly, it's not all that different than what Gettiya had envisioned. His method, however, is both different and ironic. You see, Arjuna has a darker side to his personality, a flaw
that
drives
definitely
him
was
to hate
him.
and plot evils against his enemies. In order to correct humanity's flaws, he buries his own and seeks to become divine. Arjuna's closest friend, Krishna, was an avatar of Vishnu, one of the most powerful gods in the Indian pantheon. He used this connection to somehow absorb and acquire Vishnu's power for himself. With such a strong divinity in his grasp, Arjuna proceeded to absorb nearly all the other Indian gods, including Indra, Shiva, and Brahma. While we don't see exactly how Arjuna goes about this, it can be certain that doing so caused him great hardship. Through various
Oh,
phases,
okay, just
Arjuna
yeah,
absorbed
shorter
most of
hair. Or
all the
actually,
Hindu gods.
hold up, no. Wait, yeah, I can see the shorter hair, but okay, well the outfit changed a little bit, right? Okay,
Great hardship.
just see that real
Through various
quick.
phases, Arjuna
Okay.
absorbed most of all the Hindu gods, with the exception of Ganesha and obviously Kama and Mara, whose escape led to the Oku event. The end result of this divine burrito of sorts is Arjuna Alter, a being no longer human or servant, but a god in his own right. Much of Arjuna's personality is gone.
So not a
but
human
it's important to
or
note that
servant.
deep down, his humanity still lingers through his hatred and rivalry with Karna. In the pursuit of his perfect world, he attempts to discard these emotions, but he can never fully rid himself of them. So what does this have to do with perfecting the world? Well, in Hindu cosmology, there's this process called the Yuga Cycle, which
I remember
describes the
seeing that,
universe
okay.
repeating through a cycle of 4 periods called yugas. The cycle foretells a decline in virtue and an uptake in human sin that is corrected by the end of the 4th yuga through a cataclysm, ushering in the start of a new cycle. Basically, over the span of more than 4 million years, the Earth goes from great prosperity and virtue to sinful disaster before restarting from the beginning, repeating this process again and again. Arjuna Alter uses his divine authority to drastically shorten this cycle so that all 4 yugas come to pass in as little as a single week. He treats the cataclysm at the end of the final yuga as an opportunity to purge what he considers to be evil from the world, remaking the next cycle as if those evil elements never existed. The people caught living through this accelerated Yuga cycle find themselves destroyed and reincarnated each time, so long as they remain healthy and continue to pray. Those that fail to appease Arjuna Alter fall
God.
victim to
Oh,
his
so that's.
noble
Oh, wait, hold
fandom.
up. So yeah, that's how you spell his name. Oh yeah, now so yeah, I gotta see this
To appease
text.
Arjuna Alter,
Okay, it's
fall victim to his
done.
noble.
Oh, dang, that was quick. Wait, hold up. Yeah, I mean, I at least gotta see this too. Wait, hold up. Let's see. Divine power. Okay,
To his
using the
noble
10.
phantasm, Mahapralaya,
Okay.
which is what destroys and recreates the world anew.
Yeah, I'm at least gonna
Said
see this
victims
text
seem to
as
vanish
well,
from
right?
existence, with the survivors forgetting all about them. As if that weren't bad enough, during the later yugas in
Okay.
each cycle, the
Yo,
land becomes plagued by
what
demonic
is
monsters
that?
called Kali.
Kali.
Any living beings
Okay.
killed by the Kali are also deemed evil and consequently wiped from existence when Arjuna recreates the world. This leaves the people of this lost belt no other choice but to hide in their homes and pray for salvation whenever the Kali swarm their villages. Also roaming the land are sacred beasts, creatures that appear to fight the Kali on behalf of the people's prayers. In truth, they're
Oh,
just
so
another
okay,
agent of
Mashu's
Arjuna's plan
here
to shave
too.
off undesirable elements from the world through each cycle. During each cycle, Arjuna Alter bides his time, charging his noble phantasm from atop of Vimana, the god's floating palace. You might recognize this vehicle, as it was a part of Gilgamesh's Gate of Babylon, but do realize it originates from Indian mythology. Of course, this India is a lost belt, only being preserved through the alien god's fantasy tree. Without it, the universe would have pruned it long ago, as it's pretty easy to tell that, by continually eliminating elements he deems unworthy, Arjuna Alter would eventually eliminate all living things but himself. That kind of stagnation is ripe for pruning. Recall that the alien god has recruited 4 different alter ego servants to oversee the 7 lost belts. Among them is Ashia Doman, the crazy prick.
Wait, hold on. What did you say? Ashia don't.
Among them is Ashia Doman, the crazy
Ashia
prick
Doman?
we met back in
Okay.
Shimosa. He's a Buddhist onmyoji who's thought to be the rival of Abe no Seimei. As a high servant, he is composed of 3 other divine elements, that being the Aztec goddess Itzpapalotl, the Slavic god Chernobog, and the Japanese Heian spirit Akuryo Safu. We've taken down 3 other lost belts so far, and Ashia Doman hasn't really bothered us at all. What's up with that? Isn't he supposed to be fighting us like Koyanskaya? You'd think so, but it seems these alter egos are unpredictable. After all, we already know Koyanskaya has her own motives.
Yeah, I've
She's
seen
been
her
raising
before.
different monsters as part of her NFF services, and we also know she wants to become a beast of humanity. Thus, whatever work she does for the alien god is done with these goals in mind. Ashia too has his own agenda, though it's harder to discern. At the very least, it's clear he's taken an interest in the Indian Lost Belt for its Yuga Cycle. By accelerating the process further and further,
Oh, it's
he
cracked
believes
a
the
little
universe will
bit.
come to an
Okay.
end, and so he encourages Arjuna Alter to continue shortening the process, conveniently not mentioning the dangers of doing so.
Yeah, now it's cracked even more.
Dolman stays on Arjuna Alter's good side as an advisor, offering in exchange to help in summoning servants who can function as Arjuna's divine generals. These heroic spirits would act as the Lokapala, protectors of the world and guardians of all directions. Each of them is granted the divine authority of one of Arjuna's many gods, and are tasked with presiding over India's respective territories. Let's go over them. By now, you should already be familiar with Prince Netza, the Chinese warrior
Prince
on par with Sun
Netza?
Wukong.
Okay.
She's been around to help us in both Salem and the Chinese Lostbelt.
Actually, no, I'm
Well,
not familiar
this
with
version
her.
is summoned as one of Arjuna's Lokapala, granted the divinity of Kubera, the Lord of Wealth, which greatly enhances her strength as a berserker. In theory, this would be a good combination, but it seems Arjuna isn't as versed in lore as he should be. Turns out, Netza's father, the heavenly king Li Jing, is synonymous with the Japanese deity Bishamonten, which you may recognize in relation to Nagao Kagetora, whom we'll meet later. This is important because these divine figures are all a big mashup of Taoist and Buddhist mythology. Kubera is similarly also referred to in conjunction with Bishamonten. In other words, Kubera and Netza's father Li Jing are basically the same entity. Sadly,
Okay, the
Netza
same?
and her father
Okay.
don't exactly see eye to eye. In Netza's youth, she was destructive and out of control, to the point where her father had her body destroyed. It is said that Li Jing feared his child's tremendous strength, so to mash the two of them together like this for the sake of making Netza even more powerful causes internal conflict for them. Put simply, both father and child reject each other, making this Lokapala highly unstable. She only reluctantly serves Arjuna Alter because his strength is far greater than hers. Another Lokapala is Asclepius, the Greek god of medicine.
Okay, Greek
He is
god
a
of
demigod born
medicine.
under Apollo and his human mother Coronis. Due
Okay.
to a misunderstanding, a false accusation of infidelity, however, Apollo took his rage out on Coronis, killing her while Asclepius was still in the womb. Regretting his actions, Apollo salvaged the boy and entrusted him to the care of the centaur Chiron, who was known for mentoring great heroes like Achilles.
Oh,
As an
Chiron,
adult,
okay.
Asclepius joined the ranks of Jason's Argonauts. Rather than combat, he
okay.
specialized in medicine, and by using the blood of Gorgon, aka
And the,
Medusa, he was able to formulate a potion
Argonauts,
that could
okay.
resurrect the dead. This was considered the pinnacle achievement for a doctor, to save patients even after life has left them. But the gods didn't see it that way. In Greek mythology, the dead go to the underworld, the domain of the god Hades. Afraid that Asclepius' new medicine would render his underworld
Okay, so
without
that's what it
purpose,
looks like,
Hades
okay.
asked Zeus to intervene. With a bolt of lightning, Zeus struck Asclepius down so that death would remain inevitable. Ironically, Asclepius was punished for making the greatest discovery in the history of medicine. Equally ironic is that, as a Lokapala under Arjuna Alter, he is granted the divinity of Yama, the Indian god of death in the underworld. This allows him to summon armies of the undead, and he can restore their bodies no matter how badly they're damaged in battle. Asclepius' loyalty stems from his belief that Arjuna's ideal world, which values excellence over the imperfect, also includes advancements in medical technology. Unlike the Greek gods, Asclepius feels Arjuna values him for his achievements. This lets him continue his medical research, while turning a blind eye to the cruelty of Arjuna's world, a world where people are forced to forget their loved ones. Compared to the other two, Arjuna's third Lokapala
okay,
is
wait.
more ordinary. William Tell is a figure
William?
from Swiss
Okay.
playwright Friedrich
Yeah, cause
Schiller.
wait, hold on, let me see. Cause yeah, I know I'm gonna have to learn about him. Cause yeah, I be seeing him a lot in like, well, yeah, the previews, AMVs or whatever. Yeah, I be seeing him a lot. So wait, no, let me see. Go back
Tell is a
again.
figure from a Swiss playwright Friedrich Schiller, a hero that represents the founding of Switzerland.
Okay.
His story is fundamentally one of a humble huntsman who valued his family in the face of oppression. Tell's village faced takeover when the evil governor Gessler placed his hat upon a pole and demanded people bow down to it. When
Okay.
Tell refused to
A
show
hat on a
deference,
pole.
Gessler had him
Yeah.
arrested, and as punishment, Gessler forced him to demonstrate his marksmanship
Oh,
by
got their
shooting an
glasses
arrow
on
at
now.
an apple placed atop his son Walter's head. Should Tell miss his mark, both he and his son would be executed. As the legend goes, Tell split the apple and saved his son, but later admitted that he kept with him a second arrow in case he missed.
Oh, okay.
He planned to use this second arrow to kill Gessler, and
Yep,
did
of
just
course.
that when Gessler sought revenge. This legend has sublimated into two noble phantasms. One, which ensures his first shot doesn't miss, based
Okay.
upon the trust his son had for his aim. In the extremely rare event that this first arrow does miss, a second will activate, absolutely guaranteeing a hit on his greatest enemies. Both arrows distort causality to ensure a hit, in much the same way as Cuchulain's gay bolg. Fitting for an archer, Arjuna Altar gives William Tell the
Oh,
divinity
so, okay,
of
an
value,
archer,
the Indian
yeah,
god
of course,
wind,
right, yeah.
enhancing the destructive might and range of his arrows.
So yeah, no matter what, yeah, the
However,
arrow's gonna
Arjuna is
hit.
terrible
Okay.
at choosing his allies, as William Tell at first refuses to obey, because doing so entails killing children. In response, Arjuna considers these feelings defective and uses his power to erase the memories Tell has for his sons.
Okay.
Ultimately,
Or well, no,
these
there might be an
Lokapala
exception for
only
the
serve
arrows,
Arjuna through
right?
circumstance, fear, or manipulation, which is great for us. Naturally, along with an alter ego and fantasy tree, this Lostbelt also has its own cryptor, the mysterious and
Okay,
fabulous
yep, here he
Scandinavia
goes, so-
Peperoncino.
Yeah, I remember
As you
seeing
might have
him.
guessed, this is not the guy's birth name, that being Aro Miorenji, but out of respect, I'll continue to call him Pepe.
So
As a
okay,
descendant
Pepe,
of the
yeah,
Miorenji
yo,
lineage
that's the
family, He
easiest.
was raised to practice Shugendo, or Tengu arts.
Okay.
It was a twisted form
Shugendo.
of martial arts that corrupted practitioners to be more akin to a Tengu. Now, depending on our perspective, Tengu in Japanese mythology can either be protectors or harbingers of war. For instance, our beloved Ushi Wakamaru was trained by a
Yeah,
Tengu,
I don't think I've
and her
seen-
valiant
yeah.
exploits paint Tengu in a positive light.
I don't think I've seen
For
her.
the Myorenji, however, becoming a Tengu meant becoming a hellish demon, falling into hell as a result of mastering the arts. Ever since the Myorenji's founding mage formed a connection to a Tengu in the mountains, his descendants would train to learn one of 6 abhijna, or knowledges of Shugendo. In this endeavor, Pepe was a prodigy, mastering not 1, but 3 of these Tengu arts before ultimately rejecting the practice as evil. After all, most of the Myorenji children were kidnapped from the lands beneath the mountain, forced to
Dang.
master these Tengu arts or be left to die for not
And then,
keeping
yep,
up.
okay.
As far as Pepe was concerned,
Yeah, that's
these children were
something.
doomed to either die or find hell through practicing the arts.
Yeah, literally, like
Thus,
they're
before he
gonna
descended
suffer
the
no
mountain,
matter what.
Pepe used the techniques he'd learned to murder the entire family, putting an end to the Myorenji line. This is when Pepe changed to his ridiculous name and became a freelance mage. While traveling, he met Marisbury Animisphere and was recruited into Chaldea's Team A for his fighting abilities. There, Pepe eased a lot of the tensions between Team A's members, with his amicable charm serving to unite them. It is through these bonds that Pepe continues to fight as a cryptor, despite bearing no hatred towards Chaldea as his enemy. After all, Mashu was also one of the Team A members he developed a bond with. He hides his true potential, but his knowledge of the Tengu arts give him superhuman speed in combat, the ability to read people's intentions, and even sever himself from the cycle of reincarnation.
Okay.
Right from the get-go,
Read their
Pepe isn't in
intentions.
support of
Okay.
Arjuna Alter's world, but he stuck around to try and liberate the innocent people under Arjuna's rule. His servant fit the Lostbelt's theme as an Indian hero,
Ooh.
Ashvatthama, another warrior from the Mahabharata.
Okay,
He was
wait,
the
hold
son
on.
of
Let me go
another
back
wolf's
here.
theme as an Indian hero, Ashvatthama.
Ashvatthama, you said? Okay, yeah, because I remember seeing him as well. So yeah, I want to know more about him. And I think I might be, or there might be one more person, right? But yeah, him. Dang, I already forgot these names. Yeah, it's so much I have to remember. But yeah, I think him and then one more and then
Another warrior from the Mahabharata.
that's it.
He was the son of Drona, and in the Great War, he allied with the same side as Karna, fighting against the Pandava brothers. In battle, he benefited from being the half-incarnation of Shiva. His skill was admittedly greater than Karna's, and he was clever enough to fight with both physical and strategic might. While formidable, however, his army and allies ultimately lost. His
Dang.
men, his father, and Karna died in combat, with his lord
Okay.
Duryodhana in a critical
Yo,
state.
that is
Mad
looking
with
nice
rage,
right there.
He broke his
Okay.
pledge as a warrior by
Yeah,
resorting
that
to cowardly
armor.
tactics. In the dead of night, he snuck into an enemy camp and slaughtered thousands of his enemies in their sleep
Okay.
before being forced to surrender. Of his victims, Ashvatthama shot an arrow that killed a pregnant mother. Her child was to be the last born of the people of Kuru, and so the baby was protected by Krishna. As punishment, Krishna placed a curse upon Ashvatthama that would bring him pain and suffering.
Yo, okay, wait, hold up. Yeah, this is what I'm talking, because I could just tell, I mean, no pun intended, he was literally going to look fire, right? And just look at this. Okay, so, wait, hold on, is that something right there? Oh, I'm talking about, like right here on his left. I don't know if that's anything. Okay, but yeah, he's just looking nice.
For the
but
next 3,000 years.
Yeah, of course. Yeah,
when
curse,
Pepe summoned
right?
him as a servant, this curse wasn't active.
Oh, it wasn't?
Lingered as something Arjuna Alter would take advantage of.
Okay.
Again, Pepe didn't support Arjuna's idea.
So it
of a
wasn't
perfect
there,
world,
but still could take advantage.
Ashvatthama stood no chance against such a divine amalgamation. Instead, Arjuna stole Pepe's servant contract, forcing Ashvatthama to obey by implanting Krishna's curse in him. This curse essentially made Ashvatthama immortal, as he would bounce back even from the most fatal of wounds. With this acquisition, Pepe is shit out of luck, and Arjuna has a total of 4 Lokapala. It's worth noting that while Ashvatthama fights with a giant flaming wheel, he also possesses Shiva's ability to travel back in time. More on that later. In addition to the servants summoned for Pepe and Arjuna, the counterforce also summoned 2 free servants of its own that we encounter. The first is Lakshmibai, often referred to as the Indian
Lakshmibai?
Joan of Arc, for her
Okay.
effort fighting the
Yeah,
British
these
Empire
names.
in the Indian Revolution of 1857. During this time, the British East India Company denied Lakshmibai the chance to govern Jhansi after her husband died, citing a doctrine of lapse that refused to acknowledge her adopted son as heir. In turn, refusing to give up her land to the British, Lakshmibai took up arms for a rebellion. Her bravery and determination inspired soldiers, many of whom were female, to join her cause and fight the British Army. Her rebellion persisted even after Jhansi Castle surrendered in 1858, but she was ultimately killed by a bullet while commanding on the front line.
Dang.
While she was named after Lakshma, the Indian goddess of fortune, her unfulfilling end formed a connection with Lakshma's sister, Alakshmi, the goddess of misfortune. Thus, when summoned as a heroic spirit, Lakshmibai is possessed by an aspect of Alakshmi as a pseudo-servant. This results in some interesting powers. On one hand, she is able to invoke her noble phantasm, Nahin Denge, to form a protective barrier based on how she risked her life against the British, while at the same time unleashing an anti-army attack from her sword. On the other hand, Alakshmi's influence can render her clumsy or vulnerable. It can make her a target for attacks that weren't even aimed at her. In addition, she attracts and can, to an extent, even control the Kali, though she doesn't realize it yet. This is because Alakshmi married the demon god Kali, who is said to appear during the Kali Yuga, the final Yuga of the cycle. As a free servant, Lakshmibai empathizes with the people of India who suffer from Kali attacks, especially those who have lost memories of people dear to them. While the villagers may not be able to remember their loved ones, they can sense that something about their memory isn't right, that something's missing. Lakshmibai takes in all of the villagers who wish to fight back against their fate, forming a rebellious army protected by a fortress to the north. Together, they fight both the Kali and Arjuna's sacred beasts. Surprisingly, however, this rebellion's efforts have yet to be so much as a blip on Arjuna's radar. As such, he has yet to deem them evil, though it's a dangerous gamble they're playing as he could change his mind at any moment. Our last free servant is yet another pseudo-servant named Ganesha.
Oh, okay.
Put bluntly,
Ganesha.
Ganesha is mainly the servant form of Jinaku Karigiri, a character from the game Fate Extra CCC. Now, Fate Extra can get really complicated, so I encourage you all to check out my other videos on the topic if you aren't familiar with it.
So Fate
While
Extra
FGO has included Fate Extra in its Seraph singularity, Jinako never featured in it, so this is her first appearance in the mobile game.
That's okay. That's
Jinako
her.
is a shut-in. Her parents died
kind
when
of
she was
see
14,
that.
and ever since, she
Jinako.
used her family's fortune to
Jinako?
live as a
Okay.
recluse. Instead of attending high school, she got into virtual gaming and became a champion. In the world of Fate Extra, Earth itself was kinda going to shit. So Jinako, like many potential masters, transferred themselves to the Mooncell's virtual environment, Seraph. In the Mooncell Grail Wars, she summoned Karna, whom we've been mentioning all over this video.
Yeah.
Sadly, as a recluse, Jinako was terrified of fighting in the war, and instead hacked into Seraph to form a hiding spot at the school's janitor closet.
Okay,
Karna,
yeah.
being the charitable guy he is, treated Jinako with kindness. He was loyal, and most wanted to see her prosper, and yet she was fated to be deleted if she didn't claim victory in the Grail War.
Dang.
In fact, she only survived because Karna gave her his armor. It's thanks to Karna that Jineko had the courage to work with the other masters in that Grail War, and like other pseudo-servants, she was chosen to be a compatible host for a divine spirit when the counterforce summoned her for this Lostbelt. That divine spirit, Ganesha, is worshipped as the Hindu god of beginnings, success, and wisdom. Others call him the remover of obstacles. In legend, Ganesha was the son of Shiva and Parvati, more technically a god born from the filth on Parvati's body. Ganesha was created in order to stand guard while Parvati was bathing, though in a rather foolish blunder, Parvati informed neither Ganesha nor Shiva of each other's existence. So when Shiva came to visit her,
yeah,
Ganesha
that's when I saw
him.
her from. Okay.
Angered by this,
Was
Shiva
it
tore off Ganesha's
Jineko,
head,
right? Yeah.
not realizing it was his own son. Parvati mourned the loss, prompting Shiva to undo his mistake.
Well, if that
but
even
at that
is
point,
her,
Ganesha's
right?
head could no longer be found. Making do with what was available, Shiva instead restored Ganesha with the head of an elephant. And while Ganesha was initially a god made to be an obstacle, he became worshipped as a god who removes obstacles.
Oh, wait, hold on. Oh, that's for
made
arms.
Jineko
I'm like,
a
something
talented
looks
hacker,
weird.
So compatible.
Okay.
And as such, Ganesha uses her body as a vessel.
I'm like,
While
hold
Jineko
up.
doesn't
Something's
go by her
off.
name, instead deferring to Ganesha, it's still her consciousness that seems to be in control. As a result, she is terrified about the task put forth for her by the counterforce. She knows she's supposed to fight against the Lostbelt, but she lacks the confidence to do so, instead just hanging out in the mountains.
You
in
can
her
see
statue
that,
form.
yeah.
It's worth noting that she still has all of the memories from when she had Karna as a servant in the Moon Cell. Again, that's a lot to digest, so let's go over it again real quick.
Okay.
This Lostbelt deviated from proper human history when Arjuna, the Pandava hero, became burdened by the bloodshed caused through warfare, and he took it upon himself to make a perfect world. He absorbed the powers of practically all of India's gods, ascending as Arjuna Altar. To purify the world of its flaws, he shortened the Yuga Cycle, forcing the people of India to endure a cycle of death and rebirth on a frequent basis. Each time Arjuna recreated the world, he would remove the things he found evil or unnecessary. Ashia Doman, who works for the alien god, is excited that this accelerated Yuga Cycle might collapse on itself, so he makes things even worse by helping Arjuna.
Yeah, it looks like
Together,
that was
they
about to
summon the
happen.
Lokapala servants that will do Arjuna's bidding. Our boy Pepe doesn't take kindly to this messed up system and opposes it with his servant Ashvatthama, only to have it backfire in his face as Arjuna steals
literally
his servant.
gets taken away.
Thankfully, none of these Lokapala are the most stable or satisfied working for Arjuna, but in opposition, we only have 2 counter-servants to resist them, one of whom is too scared to even try. Regardless, Chaldea, who knows nothing about
Nemo.
all this, is eager to venture out to the Lostbelt, this time accompanied by Captain Nemo. He's still stubborn about revealing his identity, but he comes along so that we can activate
and then,
a device
him
called
as
the
well,
Arnex
okay.
Phantasm, which we'll need for our journey to Atlantis later down the line. Part of this process involves converting the plain old Shadow Border with the gear needed to become Nemo's noble phantasm, the submarine Nautilus.
Oh, Nemo's noble
Soon
phantasm.
after Zero sailing to the Indian Lostbelt.
Oh, wait, hold on. Let me see. Lostbelt, Depth, A. Oh, okay. A. Oh, yeah, I think I remember him saying that. Okay, Genesis. And the final dark
There's 3
god.
servants to help explore the area.
Okay.
This includes Chaldea's version of Netza, the one who's helped us many times now. The strong connection between Chinese and Indian variants of Buddhism make Netza perfect for the job, considering Parvati is too exhausted from the Oku event to come with. Then we have Rama, whom we introduced way back in America. He's the king of Kosala, the central hero in India's other epic poem, the Ramayana. While I mentioned him before, I'll reiterate that a key part of his legend is how he's tragically separated from his sexy wife, Sita. During Rama's travels, Sita was abducted by the demon king Ravana, and while trying to save her, he enraged the wife of King Vali. She placed a curse upon Rama, such that he will never be able to joyfully reunite with Sita. The curse is strong, making it so that tragedy intervenes whenever the 2 lovers try to embrace.
So literally
While
can't
in
even
legend,
see each
Rama
other.
and Sita are reunited after death, their servant incarnations still suffer this curse.
Yeah.
Regardless, Rama intends to do whatever it takes to protect his beloved wife. Now, recall the goddess of fortune, Lakshmibai. Well, it turns out that Sita is an avatar of Lakshmibai, and so when Rama finds out about Arjuna's divine burrito, he vows to save Lakshmibai, who was absorbed in the process. Last but not least is arguably the star of the show. That's right, it's Karna, the son of the sun god, the hero of charity. Who better to take along when your nemesis happens to be Arjuna? With these servants, Ritska sets out into uncharted territory. Right away, we notice 3 important things. First, the fantasy tree, Spiral, is in clear view and seems to be healthy. Second, there's this giant cube in the distance that looks
what
an
is
awful
that?
lot like the moon cell. The people of this lost belt call it God's Sky Boulder, but they have no idea
Sky
what it
Boulder,
is.
okay.
All they know is that it's been around as long as they can remember.
So, oh, okay, that's
We'll come
okay.
back
The
to that
fantasy
later.
tree, okay.
Third, despite being heroes of
Yeah, I
India,
knew that looked
Ritska's
familiar,
servants note that
okay.
they feel strangely weaker than usual. Thanks to this, rather than heading straight for the tree, we decide to play it safe and investigate the nearby village of Bichu. Now, a lost belt wouldn't be complete without a righteous or innocent NPC for us to befriend, and ultimately mourn when we dismantle their world.
Yeah.
This time, that person is Asha, an adorable girl who befriends us even
Oh,
when the
okay,
other
her?
villagers give us the cold shoulder. You see, we've arrived near the end of the current Yuga Cycle. As such, the village is all beaten up. Kali attacks are on the rise, and the villagers are more prone to being assholes, to say the least. Not Asha, though. She welcomes us to the village and introduces us to her dog Vihan. By the time we meet her, however, she's already been a victim of Arjuna Alter's cruel system. While she doesn't realize it, she used to have a much larger family that were truly happy together. Between various Kali attacks and world restorations, however, much of that family has been erased, along with Asha's memory of them. All
Oh,
she has
and her
left are Vihan,
dang,
her
and a
aunt,
memory.
uncle, and her father Ajay. A group of Kali attack, causing the
Okay,
villagers
yeah,
to hide in
the
their
Kali,
homes.
okay.
We instead fight them, even defeating the sacred beasts that come afterward.
Yeah, I do not know
To be
what
fair,
that
both
is.
creatures
Yeah,
were
it's just a
trying to kill
mix
us.
of something.
Despite saving the town, their elder, Prakash, condemns us for daring to attack God's messengers.
Yeah, self-defense.
Realizing we're not welcome, we leave the village, but Asha follows along and gives us some bananas as thanks. Aww. We learn from her that nobody in this lost belt knows of stories like the Ramayana or Mahabharata.
Oh, you can see the
Assuming
tree in the
they even
background too.
occurred,
Yeah,
Arjuna has long since erased
just
them.
notice it back
She then
there.
explains the short Yuga cycle, and how soon everyone will be killed, but those that God loves will be resurrected at the start of the new cycle.
Oh wait, hold on. Let me see this. First Yuga lasts for 4 days. The second lasts for 3, and then the third, okay, lasts for 2.
This is just part of the Lost Belt's culture.
And the final one,
Asha,
yep,
for instance,
comes
doesn't
on the
celebrate
final
her birthday
day.
annually, but is hoping her father will remember that she's almost 4,000 days old.
Wait,
Lastly-
whoa, hold on, 4,000. Okay.
Is almost 4,000 days
I thought I was about to say something else. Not like 4. I don't even know 4 something, but not that old, right?
old.
Well, let's see. Okay, Kali. Okay.
Lastly, she asks if we're gods based on how we fight. Hoping to find more servants, we ask her if she's seen anyone that seem like gods.
Oh,
and she
Holmes.
says one such
Okay.
person like that came to her village before heading to the mountains. With that, we part with Asha in search of new allies. In the mountains, we meet Pepe, who's not nearly as hostile as we expected him to be. He is without a servant, after all. Our
Yeah, I don't
Netza
think he
searches
would
the area
be-
from above using her wind fire wheels.
Yeah, it's
when
hostile,
She is spotted by
yeah.
Arjuna's berserker Netza. Recall that Arjuna's Netza is unstable, forced to tolerate being merged with a being akin to her father. As such, seeing a pure Netza enrages her, and the two of them begin to fight. Sadly, thanks to the added divinity, Arjuna's Netza promptly kills ours before retreating. Holy crap, we've just barely started and already one of our servants is dead. Thankfully, though, we find our first
I
free
think another
servant.
one dies
It's
too.
Ganesha, though we just think
That
she's a statue at first.
seen.
After a startling
Oh,
battle,
the
we learn what's
statue.
going on from her. She's reluctant to help us out, but seeing Karna changes her mind. Again, Jinako remembers everything about her time with Karna in the Moon Cell, but Ganesha implores her to keep that a secret. Although Karna doesn't know how or why, he too seems oddly nostalgic. We've seen before that even though servants aren't
Oh, yeah,
supposed
they
to
already-
recall their other incarnations,
Yeah, they knew
it's
each
still
other,
possible
right?
for them to sense such things as vague moments of deja vu. It's
Or at
like
least,
how
well,
Visebron
they-
remembered being a douche.
Yeah,
to
they've
his
been
master in
together or
Fate
whatever,
Apocrypha.
right? But they just,
Multiverse shenanigans, I suppose.
yeah, they're not supposed to remember,
Anyway,
right?
Ganesha agrees to join our party. The next morning, we head back to Bichu, but now that it's the Kali Yuga, the final Yuga in the cycle, the environment is even more decrepit
Okay, so
than
yeah,
before.
another
The
disaster
Kali
then.
attacks are stronger too, and while we
Okay.
fight them to protect the villagers, Ashvatthama shows up. While we fight him, we note that our attacks aren't leaving any lasting damage. To make matters worse, Berserker Netza
Wait, hold up. That's how you...
To make matters...
Bro, what? That's how you spell his name. Okay. Well, actually, not. I mean, it's not... Yeah, I mean, I don't think... Yeah, it's not that much, right? But still.
It's worse.
Yo.
And William Tell also show up, along with Arjuna Alter atop his Vimana.
Okay, so yeah, there he
tries
goes.
to address Arjuna, but is flatly ignored. Instead, Arjuna deems us failures and begins to charge his noble Phantasm.
Okay, so wait, let me see.
Pepe.
Yep, I'm gonna stop it right here. So yeah, I know I could just keep on continuing, but like I said, I'm gonna try and get another one out tomorrow, right? And I only got 20 minutes here left, so yeah, basically, yeah, I can kind of see the story so far. Yeah, some things that I'm probably still confused on, because yeah, a lot of names, and yeah, compared to the Atlantis Lostbelt, at least I knew some people, right? And even read like a story about it, right? Cause yeah, I already had the story about what Kairon, what was it, Orion and all them, Paris. It's like, yeah, I kind of already knew their names and sort of what they've done. But this one, yeah, this is just completely out there. I don't know anyone here, except for like the images of them, and then that's it, right? So I kind of have to go from like square one and yeah, just build myself up and basically learn all this. But yeah, I'm gonna be honest. I mean, yeah, there's some things, yeah, I really have to go back for, right? So I guess you could say I really can't summarize everything because I'm pretty sure I'm probably gonna get it wrong. But I definitely can, yeah, understand most of the story so far, right? And also, yeah, one question. Yeah, so Mashu, right? So I don't even know how to really say it. Like, is she going back in time or something? Because I feel like this is a whole entire different time from when she was in Lost Belt number 5. And I should have been said this because yeah, I've been thought about this. I just never asked, right? But yeah, I don't know. Because I know I seen her in, what was it, Babylonia, right? And I'm like, okay, yeah, that seems like a whole entire different story where she's from as well. And it's like, yeah, does she go back in time or something? Or is she just, yeah, 4,000 years old, just like that girl, right? Because I don't know, yeah, I be seeing her about everywhere, actually, in these Lost Belt. And I'm pretty sure if I look at Lost Belt like number 2 or something, right, she'll probably be there, right? But then I don't know. Yeah, I was just basically asking, like, yeah, does she go back in time, or is she just really old or something like that? Like, yeah, what's going on here with her, right? Because yeah, I kind of see her like actually everywhere. Whenever I see like the Lost Belts and all that, but yeah, that's pretty much about it. So yeah, I'm pretty sure, what was his name? Yeah, Karna and Arjuna, right? Arjuna. Yeah, see, that's what I'm talking about. Like, these names, like, yeah, some sound kind of similar and then some don't. But okay, yeah, Arjuna. So yeah, they're about to go against each other, I think. If I'm right. I thought what was it? Vitamin or something like that. Wait, let me see. Wait, let me see. I think, yeah, him right here. I thought Arjuna went against him right here, right? But I mean, that's what I saw from the AMV though. So yeah, it's not gonna show everything, right? But at least, yeah, kind of actually most of it, right? But at least it helps out though that I got to see those AMVs, even though I don't know their names or anything. It helps out because I'm like, oh, okay, I remember seeing them in a picture somewhere, right? Or at least some type of image of them or whatever, them being animated or whatever. And it kind of helps out because I've already seen them before, right? But honestly, yeah, that's about it. So yeah, I think they're about to go against each other. So yeah, just wait until next video to try and get that out. And actually, yeah, I'm probably gonna look at the summary. Yeah, just look at the summary because yeah, that's probably the best thing to do, right? And then eventually, yeah, go back to where I left off. But yeah, I can tell, yeah, what was it? Dang, see, like I forgot her name too. What was it? Gatoka, I guess. Yeah, like like I'd be saying, like, yeah, there's a lot of names I have to remember. Um, but yeah, pretty much. I mean, I can. Yeah, it's like I might not remember their name or how to pronounce it or whatever, right? But I can at least remember, like, yeah, the story that they had, right, and their noble phantasms, whether they had a curse or something like that. But yeah, that's pretty much about it. See, I'm gonna call him Pepe. Yeah, I'm gonna call him Pepe because yeah, that's like the easiest for me, right? Cause yeah, some of these names be long, and I'm like, okay, hold up. Like, yeah, I don't know, man, if I'm be able to remember all of this. So yeah, just little nicknames, right? Unless no, I think that is his real name, or yeah, part of it. Um, but yeah, just little nicknames or whatever to remember them by. But yeah, other than that, oh yeah, and the Yugas, yeah, I need to go back and look at that too, because I think there's 4 Yugas in total. But I gotta look back at that because yeah, I'm trying to remember what that was all about too. Yeah, like I can tell the main part and all that. Yeah, I know the story about them, but yeah, I just gotta look back. But other than that, um, yeah, it's pretty much about it. So yeah, I must let's see. Yep, start right back up right here, and yeah, basically, yeah, see them go against each other, I guess, and then we'll finish off. So yeah, Karna, versus Arjuna. So yeah, someone that's not even a human or a servant, right? And actually, yeah, that's a first too. Well, for me, because well, no, not really. I think I'm probably thinking about Kirstaria, right? Because yeah, he was actually well, I don't know how powerful he is compared to these two right here, but yeah, I think he was a god as well, right? If I'm right, or something like that, right? At least acknowledged, right, to be as strong, as something, right? And yeah, basically, yeah, that's something right here with Arjuna, because it's like, yeah, he's on a completely different level, I'm guessing, right? But yeah, that's pretty much about it. So I'm gonna just end it off right here, and then try and do it tomorrow, Monday, or something like that, and then just finish it off. So yeah, I hope you guys did enjoy. Make sure you like, subscribe again, and y'all see you guys in the next one.